afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, May 29th, 2019. Excuse me. Tonight on the Time for Change call, we're going to have a small meditation for, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Sheldon Neidl, and to help his body heal further so that he can continue with his mission here as one of the anchors on the planet. And so we'll be doing that in the beginning of the call tonight. For him, also, a week from today, which is next Wednesday, Sheldon Neidl will be a special guest along with Colleen to share some insights with everybody on the planetary realignment and the changes occurring, many things. So I would, a rare opportunity to listen to his insight and his perspective of different things. So that will be a week from this Wednesday, today, a week from today, June 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line. Also, we're going to be having, on Friday, a status call, a Time for Change status call on the current state of the planet, the current state of the shifting direction of what is and what will be. So would highly recommend, again, that you have notepads, that you take notes, because it's easier for people to assimilate when they review it again. We don't obtain everything at the first presentation. We have to review it a few times in our minds in different ways. So in today's meditation, you know, we talk a lot about our mind and how the mind affects us constantly, not just once in a while, and how it plays on us. It usually leads to complete disarray and a lot of unpleasant happenings. And, you know, there's a few things that we should practice all the time. And, you know, being in the now and committing to being in the now. Everything that is illusory is happening inside your head. And, you know, you can catch yourself during the course of the day where you constantly have to keep bringing your head out of the past or future and bring awareness to what is in the present moment. We have to practice this all the time. It's not because we should, it's because the here and now is the only place that any of us will find happiness. It is where the spark of each and every one of our divine consciousness is located. And we all know that the mind is a master at getting lost in thoughts. So it's imperative that we must make every intention to bring it out of dwelling on yesterday's news and tomorrow's worries. So, you know, people say, well, I've got to make appointments and I've got to, do this and, take care of things, plan future events. You can do all this inside the container of living fully in the present moment. And you'll notice something, that when you're really here and now, when you're in the now, you'll notice that you are committed to being here. No matter if the future works out the way you think it should, we also become that we're not attached to the past. And we see how we cannot force the mind to surrender its random escapades into yesteryear. This is a practice. It is to allow ourselves to bathe in the sweet divine essence of the being, of your being, which is only found in the here and now. We talk about the heart-mind a lot. Relax into your heart center. How many people do not feel loved? Okay? How many people do not feel loved? That's because the person who does not feel loved is not letting love in or connecting with their heart in any way. And this is an absolute guaranteed way to remain unenlightened. Remember, the ego abides in the head and can try to ruin your entire life from this high and mighty control tower command center. And it may think everything is working out perfectly according to its plan, yet it wouldn't know how to celebrate with absolute joy in arriving. And when you don't abide in the heart, it feels like you've become an eternally hungry chicken who is addicted to running around searching for another piece or speck of unsatisfying grain. And whatever reoccurring thoughts or concerns inside your head instantly fade into the background when you allow the mind to fall into your heart and relax there at the core of your being. And it's always the heart. Path to the heart of the heart is the easiest route to enlightenment. Your heart is your real home, where the head has to surrender its ideas, desires, and agendas. The head simply cannot win over the deep and magical power of love. That can only be found in the heart. So it's like when you hear a song on the radio that moves you deeply, you cannot help yet be touched by your heart as your entire being opens up and is captivated by the music. Just tune inside and listen to the inner music your heart is playing. Always focus on the heart, on your heart center throughout your day. And it will immediately open the most magnificent and greatest door to your life. You'll be experiencing the joy of unconditional love, and this great love instantly opens up the enlightened state. Feel whatever you're feeling. That sounds like a simple thing. Yet, how often do we actually feel our feelings in this moment? By simply opening up the feelings you're having, you instantly drop out of your head and go beyond thought. Coming from a place of surrendering your feelings is about being vulnerable, honest, and real with yourself as to what is really going on inside you at your very core. Even if it's only for a few seconds of welcoming deep emotion, you've given the head a vacation and your ego a chance to realize that it is not desirable to try to be in control of everything. not being in control is a good thing when you've been trapped in trying to be the manager of everything and everyone in your world for lifetimes. By being vulnerable with all your deepest feelings, you then experience a state of zero control, where your mind slows down, you drop out of the rat race, you trust the process of life, and have to be with what is really going on inside of you. And you feel those feelings, which you are most avoiding. Okay? Feel the feelings that you're most avoiding. This is the most outrageous step you can take towards enlightenment. How can we feel this wonderful, magnificent light heart expansion, enlightened state if we are unwilling to feel our most heavy, depressed, angry, and unenlightened feelings inside? Letting go of attachment to your life. And by letting go of how life should unfold, you soon drop into a state of no mind, where there are no desires juggling around anymore. The only choice you have is to surrender to divine stillness and absolute ecstasy. Now, this may be terrifying to the ego, for it's going to have nothing important to accomplish in life or fill its time with anymore. Now, do any of you feel anything is more important than experiencing a total state of bliss endowed with divine consciousness on omniscient intelligence? Whenever your ego is in charge of your life, there is no time for consciousness, and bliss has no priority. When you're attached to your life turning out a certain way, you are living as the ego and not understanding yourself as the infinite spirit you truly are. And the ego thinks that the most important things are getting all it needs and all of its needs met on the inner and outer world. This is where the infinite source of life is easily missed. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things that are beyond the power of our will. Epictetus. Ask yourself one thing. Sometime, when you have the time, ask yourself, what will it take to completely let go of all attachment to how my life unfolds? Imagine how that would feel in your body, to have no attachment to any future outcome at all. One day, you will have to let go of all of your things, all your money, all your debts, all your friends, family, and yes, even your body. And unbeknownst to the majority of the civilization, ascension, leaving the body, or as they call it in the old way, death, is the peak of experience of life. And it's unavoidable, unless you choose the path of ascension, ascending out of body, living 24/7 in the enlightened state. See, most people don't even see this as an option because they are too attached to society's belief system about possible with the human body. Yet, if you want to experience absolute bliss, first start with letting go of attachment to all your thoughts and keep surrendering to the heart. One day, bliss will find you. It's so important that, we let go. It's a practice that we engage ourselves with. We let go. We practice it. It's not once in a while, but we let go. You've often heard me talk about the canoe and no oars. Getting in the water with a canoe and no oars and letting the current take you downstream. And wherever it's going to take you, it's going to take you. And you have you're not living that. You just have this confidence within you of your spirit, your God, your soul. That life is infinite. And it doesn't always need to be in the body. Believe me, when you've mastered this from your heart mind, and when I'm talking about mastering, you stay in bliss. You stay in love. And all this other stuff that's been constructed with this on this planet, in this, whatever you want to call it, matrix, illusion, it has really no grip on you anymore. You live in bliss. The things no longer hold impact with you. Oh, okay, so you have this, you have that, Dad, you know? You are the heart. Remember that. Each and every one of you are the heart. You dwell in the heart. The deepest of deepest pieces, peacefulness, bliss, is the heart mind. So if you will, go to the place where you are not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And move into the now. Relax the body. Let go of attachments. Let go of all of the outside interferences. Move yourself from the heart mind into being in the now, this present moment in the now. And as you begin from the heart mind to understand what that means, your body will stay in a relaxed state pretty much all the time. Just imagine how that would be. So you let go in the now, only the now. And remember, all of those thoughts running through your mind at breakneck speed, coming and going, entering and exiting, you're merely a spectator. You no longer try to keep the pace up with the mind. You watch as they enter and exit, thousands and thousands of them. You don't participate. You become more relaxed, at ease, peaceful, blissful. You move into complete harmony and deep eternal love with yourself. You find yourself totally embraced by the true essence of your very existence. Now, as you're relaxed, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and then exhale through the mouth. You want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Breathing is so important. Most of us shallow breathe. As you're breathing in, you're drawing in everything around you. Everything that is, ever has been, ever will be, is energy. It's a frequency operating at different levels. You have high frequencies, you have middle and low, and then everything in between. So as you draw in, It's part of, understand that it's part of everything that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And all the universe's densities, its distances. It's always messages. There's always information. And as it comes in, it communicates with you, the collective consciousness of the universe. And Mother, Father, God, and Prime Source Creator God, our family, communicates continuously. It's just that most of us never listen because we're too preoccupied with the mind and the ego. So as we breathe this in, it so communicates to us that why are you ignoring the love that you are? Why are you ignoring the love that you are? Why are you ignoring the love that you are? This comes in very clear. You begin to realize. You move into center now. You embrace the love that you are. You open your heart. So many of us don't open our hearts. They're locked. We seem barren and lost and not content, not fulfilled. It is because we're too immersed in the mind and the ego. So this breath in allows us and tells us and communicates to us, let go. Open your heart. Open your heart mind. Really take in the love that you are. You can feel it as it communicates with you and as you breath in. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out and acknowledging the fact that I'm not interested in engaging with the mind. I'm not interested in engaging with the ego. My motivation and direction and draw is to move into love with myself and my inner heart mind and to embrace bliss. To let go of all of these things that the mind and ego constantly obsess about. This is wonderful communication. It's coming from the God within. It's communicated by all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And we immediately, it's like you want to be there. You want to be with the heart mind. What would you prefer? This incessant chatter of the mind and ego that ends up nowhere? Or bliss, joy, and love within yourself? Exuding peace, contentment, happiness, being in love with what you truly are. So you move in and you blend in and you're with the heart mind. You're floating above the heart. You're in the now. You let everything drop off, all of the mind stuff, all of the ego stuff. It's just you realize that you continually move internally. You move more and more internally, deeper and deeper and deeper. You start understanding that it is bliss, that love is everlasting, and that it is the most abundant, and it is the creation of all things. Hatred doesn't create. Only love creates. Hatred destroys. So you're in the heart mind. moving into bliss. You're in the now. Mind and ego don't stand a chance. They become subdued, take a back seat. They find that your attention is no longer on them or with them. Therefore, they cannot be entertained. You find that your God, your soul, your spirit, your higher self, merges with you. And remember, you're in the heart mind. This is where your God is. Your everlasting bliss, joy, and peace. And you merge with that. The deeper you go, the more enlightened you become. You embrace everything. Things that you identify that stop you, that suppress you, both good, bad, and the ugly, all of it, as you go deeper and deeper in. There's no boogeyman. That's the mind and the ego's creation. We literally bring heaven to earth. The more we practice in the heart-mind to be, and the more we move into bliss, into love, the more heaven on earth is created. With everything, with all life, with all existences. We love everything. You find all of us are encased in a perfect sphere 24/7. The sphere is harmonized. It is deep eternal love. It is golden white pink light. Prime source creator God, mother, father God, our family. And it is super omnipotent. And it is peace and tranquility. And it is joy and bliss. This surrounds us. It saturates us. We are it. It protects us. Emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. The purple, blue, violet flaming light of Archangel Michael. The white fire, the purple transmuting flame, the violet ray. All of these are energies, frequencies that harmonize and balance. We embrace all of this. This is all of what we are. And anything that tries to come to penetrate that isn't of deep eternal love frequency cannot enter. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. It is a vibrant, bristling. You can see the white fire light flames all around it emanating. You can literally, at the equator of this planet, of Gaia, of Earth, of Terra Christa, it literally saturates and soaks the whole circumference, all that there is of this planet, this living life form, inside and out. We effortlessly begin to move up, float up above the planet. And as we do this, we are in communication with all the pieces of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. All of the light energy beings in all densities, dimensions, existences, universes. All who are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, in the highest of now, in bliss, peace, tranquility, and humbleness, they come. They come in magnificent numbers in the Gugaplexes, massive numbers from everywhere as they float in and join us, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this circle of light, deep, eternal, love light energy. And they add their pieces to our pieces. And the intensity and expansion of this love light energy is enormous. And it literally keeps growing. And we thank them, and we appreciate them, and we are grateful for them coming in and acknowledging us as they are for us acknowledging them. And we both love each other and are in harmony. We call upon the archangels, the archetypes, the cherubim, the seraphim, all of the archangels, all of the civilization of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love only. In humbleness and pure, deep, eternal love, and they come and join us immediately in the trillions, arm in arm, hand in hand. We become one with all of our brothers and sisters. We are deeply connected to each and every single one of these beings. And we call upon them without hesitation. We thank them. We love them. We appreciate them as they do us. We call upon the ascended masters, our friends, who have ascended, who have decided to ascend out of body. And they are here to assist us of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, El Morya, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, Gaia. All of the ascended masters, Abundantia, they come and they join us immediately. It isn't even, it's automatic. They're of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. They join us in this meditation, and it is far-reaching. They merge with us. Our light expands. The conduit of the circle of light is growing exponentially. You can fit universes in this light. Gives you a perspective of how vast it is. We thank them. We love them. They appreciate us as we do them. We call upon all the inhabitants of this planet, inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of the benevolent civilizations in deep eternal love from deep eternal love, who are in tranquility and peace, who are in humbleness and contentment, to join us in this meditation this day, and they do, and they come in massive numbers, and they join in the circle of light. Who wouldn't want to plug in to the greatest of all the greatest, the deep eternal love light energy of all creation, expanding, bristling, glowing, and growing, and saturating in a 360-degree swath, wave, all that it comes in contact with. And we thank them, and we appreciate them, and we love them as they do us. We call upon all of those off-worlders, some who live on this planet, some who live in this planet, some who are amongst us, some who are out in space, who are assisting us in our enlightenment, in our evolution, in our peace, in our tranquility, in our kindness, in our generosity, in our ascension, and freeing ourselves from self-imposed bondage. We thank them. They are the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. They join us immediately. They merge. They are pieces of us. We are connected deeply. Therefore, we call upon them to be with us. They are drawn. We thank them. We love them. And we're in gratitude of their presence as they are ours. Our light continues to grow. You can feel the vibration energy, the frequencies of the higher high. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this life and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. They are the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. With us, they are never alone, nor are we. They join us immediately. They are so pleased that we acknowledge them and identify them as parts of us. We love them, and they love us, and they are with us, and we thank them as they do us. We call upon all of the light energy beings who are currently housed in the following forms on and in this planet at this very time, who have decided to be housed in these forms, on this planet and in this planet, of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love, and peace, joy, and kindness. The sprites, the fairies, the elves, the gnomes, and the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphin and the whale, the Pegasus and unicorn, all of these and many others who are assisting this planet, this life form, and us with the awakening and understanding that life is the highest value in all existence, and all that there is, ever has been, and ever will be. Therefore, we love all that there is, ever has been, and ever will be. And they join us. They merge, and our circle expands even more. The light vibrating and bristling, saturating all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, beyond the ribbon of creation. We operating in our heart, mind, and deep within us, embracing our God, freeing ourselves from all of the things and attachments, letting go, and moving strictly into bliss and happiness and joy. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It is massive. It sits center circle. It can be seen, felt, and heard through all the universes, all the galaxies, all of dimensions and densities, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. It affects all that there is. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. We feel its saturation. All of us, all the pieces, all of those we've called upon in this meditation, it saturates us from head to toe, inside and out, from our physical bodies to our etheric bodies to our God, our soul, our spirit. And it saturates us in deep, pure, eternal love. This is our bliss in our heart. And we open our heart. And we pour forth the love that we are. We look down the planet. We see all of our brothers and sisters. We feel them. We experience them. All life, inside and out. We pour forth. We open our hearts and pour forth our hearts, our heart minds of deep eternal love, kindness, generosity, happiness, joy. These are the things that we keep locked up within us because we allow the mind and the ego to control us so that we fear our very core essence of love. We fear pouring that love forward. So we bottle it up and we become lonely. sad. Imagine that. When all we've ever been is love. We pour forth our hearts from the deep, eternal heart mind. We saturate all of our brothers and sisters in all life on and in this planet. It's like we wrap them in a blanket of pure, deep, eternal love. And it sits there, and it vibrates to their deepest core, and it allows them with softness and ease to open up their hearts and allow their love to pour forth. And it saturates all that there is on this planet, ever has been and ever will be. Nothing stands against it. Nothing can move it away. All lower frequencies are immediately neutralized because of this deep love saturation. Feel it, enjoy it, because as you do it, you sense it, you feel it as well. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out. you feel a sense, or it's actually you, this bliss, this love that you are, that you're becoming friends with, familiar with. That you're no longer locked. It's no longer locked away. You're opening your hearts to this love without fear, without the mind and ego, conjuring up all kinds of things. You know, we have this innate fear of being harmed or being not loved or being hurt or exposed. And isn't it interesting is that in the deepest of our heart mind, we are the love that we lock away. Don't you think it's about time that humanity opens its heart permanently so that it pours forth? It is a release for all of us. As you can tell, all of you are feeling some form of a release that's permanent. It's a letting go of all of the things that you thought were real. Your fears, your anxieties, your angers, your selfishness, your greed. These are all things that we've experienced within the mind and the ego. When we don't participate in them, and we are in the heart-mind, where our love dwells, they find they can't operate. There's nothing for them. So they just sit in the back seat, dormant. And you take center stage with the love that you are. And then all life, connected to you, connected to all of us, expands, blossoms and grows, intensifies. This very planet becomes a beautiful paradise. Of softness, kindness, happiness, joy, and bliss. And all of us are the contributors. We are the creators. So whatever's happening with this planet, we are very intimately connected to it. Think about that. And the only way that this civilization is going to rise and elevate itself out of this is to let its love open its heart mind and have it pour out. And I'm not saying once in a while. Is working so that we do this continuously. And I would recommend that if you have, any opportunity you get, it's to keep it front and center, that the love that you are and pouring it forth and embracing yourself and loving yourself, because too many of us suffer from loneliness when we're never alone. Too many of us suffer from no love when we are loved. It's just amazing. And all of you on this call, all several million of you, know this. because I sense it, so I'm sure you do too. Find a frequency, the 963 hertz frequency, and play it at times that you can, and be in the now. I wouldn't recommend doing it in a car, because if you do fold into the now, you're not going to be attached to driving a car. I am overjoyed and happy to be in this love with you. It is a complete honor and a humbling experience with so many of you. And my love for all of you is immense. Take this throughout the day, into the evening and night. We will see a lot of you here tonight on the Chime for Change call. And we will also be back here at 3 p.m. Eastern, May 30th, 2019.